Alright, so last episode obviously was very combat focused. This time around, though, I'm thinking skilling might be the best option. First, though, I mean, we got to start off with a good Slayer task. I'm at 44 strength, 38 defense. I kind of want to even those out, so why not get another Slayer task real quick, see if it's something good like that Hill Giant task that we had last. Get those combat stats up, and then we're going to focus later on the skilling aspect of this game. So let's see what kind of assignment we get this time. Fingers crossed. 83 cow fights. Okay. From what I remember, it's been a while. I think they are kind of lower-ish level, but they might have some good health. The workers is what I'm talking about. That should work. 3 levels shouldn't be that hard to get. Let's go find out. Oh, hey, Mr. Genie. I was doing a clue scroll real quick while I was headed down to Lumbridge. Genie Lamp is fantastic right now. I could definitely use that on Herblore. Level? No new level. Okay, well, let me finish this clue scroll real quick and then we'll do that Slayer task. Should be our last clue step. Yep, got the casket. Let's see what we got in here. A bow and monk robe tee trimmed. Wow, that's it's not useful at all, but some pretty cool fashionscape. That's worth about 15k on the Grand Exchange. Too bad I can't sell it. What a historic day. First time we're heading out into the desert. Look how many music tracks I unlocked. That's unbelievable. And the first time we're entering the Cowfight Cave. I think this is the only one, or the one where you can only do it if you're on a Slayer task. So hopefully it'll be less busy. I doubt it'll be busy at all, really. Of course I'm wrong. Alright, anyway, there should be enough between us. So let's see if I can get those 3 levels before this Slayer task is finished up. With our last cow fight here, made pretty decent progress. Got defense to 40, got strength to 45, just like I wanted. Health went up as well, so hit points is level 41, and then obviously our Slayer has gone up. So, been a pretty decent task. Got some little runes and stuff that we'll hold on to. The law runes are definitely going to be the most helpful. So after this task, we will move on. Alright. Got a bunch of points. Got more runes, thank God. Let's head back. I have an idea before I want to get started with our next steps. And that idea is to get the next Slayer task ahead of time so we don't have anything to worry about later on. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, crocodiles. I hate them, but I don't have enough points to cancel it yet, which means I'm gonna have to do a really long task. This is gonna have to be a range task in the future. Wow. Maybe this is karma for me trying to prepare ahead of time rather than just doing it on the fly. I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Let's move on to that first start of that skilling grind though. Anyway, when we're talking about skilling, I figure a graceful set is a necessity. So I figure I'll take my agility, I'll head to Varrock, and then start off with 32 agility. Sweet. Yeah. So, gonna train up agility, get as many graceful set pieces as I can within reason. Once we get to maybe 40 or 50, I'll take that graceful set and start doing some skilling work, and then probably some quests after this. There's a lot of quests that build a ton of early XP, so I can work on the actual skilling grind myself, namely like fishing and stuff. So let's see how far we can make it in this agility grind. While I'm at it, I may as well do all the random events that come through, especially if they give us some good loot or some good money or XP. So let's see what we get from this bad boy. Ooh, those chaos runes are great. That coal is actually going to be really useful too, because I'm going to do elemental workshop later on. Now that we've finished off up to 45 agility, I also got myself some graceful leggings, which has been a bit of a benefit. I think it is time for a little, well, I was going to say I think it was time for a little change of pace, but let me go grab this graceful piece first. Yeah, it's time for a change of pace. The next level up, or the next rooftop up, will be Canifus, which means that I'm going to have to do Priest in Peril. It's good. It'll let me get into Mauritania, if you've ever heard of it. And then we'll finish up at least some more agility grind before starting that quest grind. The way people start quests in this game is really unique. On one hand, there's the, help. I'm a poor little peasant and this thing has happened. Will you fix it for me? And I'm like, sure, why not? And then other ones are me going up to the king and saying, give me a quest right now. And the king's like, yeah, sure. You want to go help this priest out? All right. This should be it. There is Priest in Peril complete. Got that good prayer XP, so that'll be nice. And then also, we get access to Mauritania, one of the most popular RuneScape areas, from one man. You should know who he is. But, now that we have completed this, it is time to get back to the agility training. We're going to go on to the Canifus Agility Rooftop. I'm going to get some more graceful pieces. I think you get more as you go, so that's good. Got 25 prayer, which is also great. So let's get back to it. Alright, so now that we've got 50 agility, I think we're at a decent stopping point. I got the graceful top, which is pretty nice. It adds a ton of weight reduction there, or I guess subtracts weight reduction. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's quest time. And the first one is going to be the easiest one, and that will be Dwarf Cannon. Bit of a lengthy one, just running, but there's Dwarf Cannon, 750 crafting, and we have access to a multi-cannon whenever we want to buy one later for ranged. That crafting will be really useful in the future, because I'm planning on doing Elemental Workshop. So, let's move on to the next one. Dude, look at all these people. Holy crap. There are some worlds where I just don't really get why people find a way to have a community the way that they do in this game. Like, look at this. Look at this. There's like 100+ people just running Flax 24/7. It's, hey, if you're looking for a crew to do this with, hop on World 318. I think it's going to be just right for you. So anyway, I figure fishing contest is a pretty easy place to start with. I only needed 10 fishing, which is, I needed a couple more levels for that. And then this could get us on a good start to a good kind of quest line that I want to set up. So we'll get done with this, we'll do a few more, and then we will just see how far we can take this skill and grind. I love this. He's like, have you won yet? And I'm just like, yes, I have. And I cheated every bit of the way. But hey, work smarter, not harder. Fishing contest complete. Got some good XP, and I got that tunnel access, which will be nice. I think I don't use it that much often, but it'll be handy when I need it. And then there is also 18 fishing, which is fantastic for me. That gets me a little bit ahead. Because next up, I'm going to do, I think, Dwarf Cannon, and then after that, I think I might try to start doing like Sea Slug and stuff like that, and get some more fishing levels. So, time for Elemental Workshop. Again, this goes back to that whole conversation that I had earlier about, like, the ways that people get quests. It's like, give me a quest, I have a quest for you. Or just like, hey, let's just look at this book, let's slice it open and find a key, and then let's just screw around and see what we can find. So in killing these earth elementals, you get an elemental ore. I really only need one for this quest, but if I'm ever going to do Elemental Workshop 2, which obviously I plan on just someday, I ought to just kill 2 more of these and have 2 at the ready in my bank rather than coming after it later. So, I'm going to get a couple of these and then finish up this quest. That's really short and sweet. I'm almost done already. Alright, using this bar on this anvil. Buddy, you're not supposed to smith there. There's nothing there. Yeah, got some crafting XP, got some smithing XP, a lot of skilling XP in, so that's great for future stuff. Oil lanterns will be useful, especially for going into Lumbridge Mine, so that's good. Yeah, Elemental Workshop complete. Okay, so I've got a couple more quests to do before I want to do Sea Slug. I think that'll be the last one to do. But before I can even do Sea Slug, I need 30 fire making. which means that I'm just going to spend the next couple hours here chopping down some trees, and then oak trees later on, lighting them on fire, and then moving on with the quest list. So just bear with me for the next little bit. I'm going to chop a lot of these trees down. I will get done with this as soon as I can, and then it will be time for a couple more quests before the last one of the episode, Sea Slug. With the completion of 30 fire making, which is the requirement for the Sea Slug quest, I figure I'm going to take care of a couple of free-to-play quests. Two of them happen to be in the exact same spot, so we're going to get started with the Knight's Sword quest. We'll finish that up, and then I think we will take care of Black Knight Fortress after that. They're two very, very straightforward quests, and I figure the easiest thing for me to do, which is just get those out of the way so we can complete all the free-to-play stuff, and then we'll focus on the members' quests after the fact. So, we'll get taken care of this one, we'll move on to the next one, and then a final one for this episode. Man, making a red berry pie has been a lot of running, which makes me realize I need more law runes so I can actually teleport to different places. It's not that hard to make one, but, you know, having to run to Varrock and then back down to Lumbridge to mill the flour has... Come on, man. Okay, it's fine. I'll just run out, and I'll do it again. I gotta make another one. I have to. Okay. I got 2 red berry pies worth of ingredients here. There is 0 chance that I will fail this. I mean, sure, it requires 10 cooking, and that's 1, but come on, you gotta give me 1. Okay. This is fine. We're gonna make another one. We're going to make another red berry pie, and this one is going to work. I swear, more than anything, this is the one that will work for me. Son of a bitch. Look, I won't tell you how long it took for me to make a red berry pie, but it took a really freaking long time. So I bulked up as much as I could just in case all 3 of these stupid freaking pies didn't work. And then it worked on the first try, so it was fine. But dude, it took me like a half hour. I'm not using my law runes because I don't want to waste them. I only have like 10. So this took forever to run back and forth. Let's just keep going. Oh my god. Look, here's all you need to know. I got the dwarf to make me the sword. I got the sword back to the squire. There's the knight's sword complete. Screw this freaking quest, man. This was a pain in the ass. I got 31 smithing, which I guess is nice, but dude, come on. This quest was a almost 1.5 hour quest that should have been like under a half hour. I was done. I took a break with those red berry pies. Alright, let's get done with Black Knight's Fortress. I've always loved this cutscene growing up, because you just drop a cabbage down, and then it just goes, no. Splash. It's great. This is peak RuneScape. Alright, Black Knight's Fortress complete. That was a lot nicer than the Knight's Sword. Also got 2,500 coins, which will go well towards recruitment drive. I think I'm gonna do that next episode. I told myself I wanted to do Sea Slug next, and that's what I'm gonna do. That'll be the last one for this episode for sure. Here we are in Witch Haven, probably the least visited area in almost all of RuneScape. This has absolutely nothing to offer aside from Sea Slug quest. So we're gonna go talk to Caroline, Christina, what's her name? Caroline. Yeah, we're going to talk to Caroline. We're going to start this quest, and then we're going to get some good fishing XP, because I really, really, really want to be able to fish my own lobster for once. I'm tired of stealing from the cake stall and getting very little HP back. And it's time for everyone's favorite cutscenes. The high quality, the action shots, everything about this is just... It is ahead of its time. Now, you'll notice in my inventory, I did bring a small fishing net. It's not part of the quest, but there is a medium diary entry that requires you to fish with a small fishing net here at the fishing port, so I just figure I may as well knock 2 birds with 1 stone out, you know? So, we'll get these little slugs killed with some fire here later, and then get some fishing levels. Is it my lucky day or what? We get 2 cutscenes in this one quest. This is a small enough quest that it shouldn't even have any, but man, it's just such a treat when I get to see animation like this. With Kent and Kenneth both saved and returned to shore, there is the completion of Sea Slug. Got a whole bunch of fishing XP. Get access to the fishing platform, which is great. 28 fishing, so that takes us, I believe I was 19, so that's another 9 levels closer to 40, so I can start catching my own lobster. So pretty decent progress made here in terms of skilling. I'm really happy with how today's gone. All right, well, we got a ton done this episode. I know the skilling was the main part of it, and the questing came along with it, but we got over 100 total level. We crossed the 600 mark, which is pretty great, and it sets us up well for the next episode. I think it's time to do recruitment drive. That'll get us on a good starting point for some of those harder tasks later on down the line. I want to get construction started, so I'm going to do that mini quest, Daddy's Home. It's a little suggestive, but I like it. And then it's time to start branching out into other areas of the game. Mauritania, the desert, doing a couple quests there, like the Golem and Nature Spirit. I'm going to finish that Crocodile Slayer task, because I still want to get that Slayer grind up a little bit. And then we might finish out with some farming. I have literally never done farming, so I think it would be a good idea for me to start doing that. Especially because I need to grow my own herbs and stuff. So, that sets us up well, and we'll see what we can get into next episode.